This week's edition of Eagles on Air was brought to you by Stepco Refrigeration.
Hey guys, it's time to film Eagles on Air.
Oh no, it's Peterson!
For another edition of Eagles on Air.
The book fair is on Monday. It is open from 7:30 to 5 every day. It will also be open on Sunday during and after the Christmas program. Be sure to go and drop off your wish list because there is daily drawings for free books.
The National Honor Society has been selling candy canes this week. They will be available until Christmas break. For 25 cents, you can buy a candy cane and send it to whoever you like. The National Honor Society does this as a fundraiser each year.
On Saturday, students are taking the ACT. Good luck to anyone who is taking that. This is the last one that seniors can take. If they take anyone after this point, they won't be able to use it for scholarships they apply for.
The O'Neill Band and Choir will be having their Christmas concert this Sunday. Both the junior high and high school will be performing. The concert will begin at 2. Be sure to stop in and watch them perform.
The lunch committee had a meeting on Thursday with the lunch staff. Junior Kelsey Appleby said that this meeting was held to try to improve the school lunches for the student body.
Let's hand this over for the weather.
Hi, I'm Curtis Milner bringing you the weekend weather forecast. On Friday, there'll be a high of 45 and a low of 16 with chances of snow that evening. And on Saturday, there'll be a high of 21 and a low of only 3 degrees. And on Sunday, there'll be a high of 18 with the low of only 4 degrees. Now today for a preview of next week.
Hey guys, it's Dave here with next week's forecast. Monday will be a high of 28 and Tuesday will be a high of 33. Wednesday will also be a high of 33 and Thursday will be pretty cloudy with a high of 32. Now off to sports.
Hello and welcome to another edition of O'Neill Sports Weekly. I'm Cody Knopp with Austin Ducker. The O'Neill Wrestling invite turned out pretty well last week. Spencer Knopp coming home 4th, Nathan Wobbs and Alejandro Vergara getting 3rd, Matt Malone and Travis Schmitz getting 2nd, and Morgan Stearns bringing home the gold. So wrestlers did pretty well. Awesome with basketball.
Last Thursday, Valentine came to O'Neill. The boys won 72 to 59, and the girls lost by 1 point. And this Friday, they're going to Hardington. So good luck, guys.
All right, well, and you've seen in earlier episodes that we showed you our cross-country and volleyball skills. Now we're going to show you our winter activity skills. There we go. That's all right for basketball. Should we wrestle now? Show them how we wrestle. That's enough. I'm tired.
This one hurts.
That's for sports. This is Cody and Austin signing off.
Thanks, guys.
Next is the feature story with Shane Miles on the new benches in the lounge.
Hi, Shane Miles here with Mr. Steve Brown talking about the renovations done to the student lounge. So basically, what are the new additions that we have for the lounge right now?
Well, actually, what we're sitting at is basically the only quote-unquote new addition. We talked about having a space where maybe the kids can have their laptops set up and they could actually do some homework. A little bit higher with some stools. It was basically a little bit nicer than what was in here before. The only thing we've got to add now to make this work is over Christmas break we're going to extend and add a couple more outlets underneath so people can plug in their computers if need be.
All right. Exactly when was the decision made to get all the furniture we have out here right now?
I began talking about this with several people back in the spring last year, even maybe around Christmas time. The idea was to come up with something that the students would say, hey, we like this. This is a place we want to hang out in. And so Mrs. Hull had talked to me about it, and I figured the best place to start then would be with some students, and I started with Molly, Shane, and several of the, I wish I could remember their names, I feel bad for leaving them out, and several of the student council members, and said, hey, what are you guys looking for? And they put together kind of a list of things that they wanted. They wanted to be comfortable, they wanted it to look nice, they wanted to be a place where kids wanted to hang out. So that's where we started. Then I started kicking around different ideas and bringing it back and forth and showing it around during lunchtime. Saying, what do you guys think of this idea? What do you guys think of that idea? And wanted a nicer version of it. So I stumbled upon the benches that we have here, and in a catalog, Mr. Nick Hostert had started having trophy cases built that you'll see in our main hallway, and I wanted to match those. So I went with Cornhusker State Industries, who built our trophy cases, and I found these benches in this style in a catalog that they had, and then I brought them in and said, hey, fellas, this is what I'm looking for. And I did some measurements, and I kind of tried to figure out how it was set up before, and they built the benches to match the old benches that were here, what is it, 3 or 4 years ago?
About, yeah.
So, and the students, I hope, and that's the gist that I'm getting, is that they like it. They seem to be using it. You can get a group of 20 kids can kind of sit in the horseshoe shape, and they can all talk and lounge, quote unquote, in the lounge. This should be a place that you relax in and you can be comfortable in, and hopefully we've achieved that.
Are there any other renovations that you have planned that the students should be looking forward to?
Well, nothing major off the top of my head. We're kicking around a few ideas. The lounge, I think, is probably about where we're going to be. We're going to add a couple outlets. But I'm always looking for ideas. So if any of you students are walking through the hallway and say, you know what, this would be awesome to have right here, bring them my way. And if it's something that's feasible as far as money and making it work within the school system, I'm open to all sorts of ideas.
All right, well, thank you for your time. We really appreciated it. And like you said, if you have any ideas for renovations, just talk to Mr. Brown and he'll be sure to think of something for you. Have a good one.
Thanks, Shane. Now it's time to hear from our movie critic, Randy Baker. He is reviewing the movie The Expendables.
How now, Brown Cow? New York. Okay. Eagle Land. It's time for a movie review. So, The Expendables is what I watched this weekend, and I drooled all over this movie for a solid hour and a half. I'm not gonna lie one bit. It's a hard-hitting action film with a group of mercenaries hired to infiltrate a South American country and overthrow its ruthless ruler. It's pretty much action everywhere, and it's just a pretty sick movie because you're not ever going to get bored watching it. And to add along with all the action, you've got a cast like Sylvester Stallone, Jason Statham, Randy Couture, Steve Austin, and Jet Li. You can't possibly go wrong with this movie. Okay, I cannot stress to you enough how much I enjoyed this movie just throughout the entire thing. The only thing that will hold this movie back from a 5 out of 5 is probably the language of the movie, because it isn't quite 100% appropriate for all languages, so that is one piece of baloney. There's plenty of action in this movie, lots of motorcycles, it's just pretty sweet. It's got Sylvester Stallone in it, people, come on now. But I highly recommend this movie.
Thanks, Randy. This sounds like a movie I think everyone should go out and see.
Well, that is all for this edition of Eagles on Air. We look forward to you tuning in next week.
Thank you for watching this week's edition of Eagles on Air. If you have any news or comments for future broadcasts, you can email us at eaglesonairnews@gmail.com.